Morning, happy Friday, and welcome back to the NOFO Live Show, where I, Sunita, along with my co-host Tracy, we hop on every Friday and talk about everything North Fork. There is so much going on the North Fork. Tracy and I have been sort of hanging out and attending different events around town, and there's so many more to do. So I, for one, am super excited. I know it's still technically not summer, but the weather is gorgeous, and the farm stands are coming to life. The whole North Fork is coming to life, even though now with the weather and I think mostly the farms with everything just growing and the produce and the flowers everywhere. So it is a beautiful time in the North Fork. Good morning, Tracy. How are you?
Good morning. I am also coming to life this morning.
Are you feeling the same way though, just as you drive around and you see, I know something about spring, and I think I registered it a lot more during COVID, when everybody was panicked about where are we going to eat, where's food going to come from, like with the supply chains. Just seeing the farms come to life makes it feel like everything's going to be okay.
I don't drive around as much as I'd like to, but I was sitting in my backyard yesterday and noticing I had just planted new hydrangeas and how full and how bright blue they were. I was absolutely shocked in like 1 week's time.
I must say it looks like a good year for hydrangeas. Last year, I don't know what was wrong with my hydrangeas. I got very few blooms, but this year I can already see a lot of stuff growing on it. Good morning, Dan. How are you?
Good morning. How you guys doing? I'm going to do my best. My earbuds broke, so you're going to get a live, unfiltered audio in the background here.
That's all right.
Are you at
live
the festival?
And unfiltered is our tagline.
Yeah.
So are you at the Strawberry Festival itself? I feel like I see you. I feel like you're under the flag in the big tent.
The full shot here, so you can see some of our. I'm under the main hulling tent. So we had some live hits with News 12 this morning. So we've been here since 4:30. We're getting some coffee in our system here, and we're ready for more.
Well, let's just
so exciting.
Can we talk a second about the main tent and hulling night? Because Tracy and I had such a good time.
Yeah, and actually I see Marissa is on here. Marissa from Main Road Biscuit. She was with us hulling. We had a whole group of people hulling with us.
Yeah, so we had quite a few folks come out on Wednesday night. I think that's obviously sort of the kickoff to the festival and a time when all of our locals come out. And I think my favorite part of that is that we've got sort of generations of folks who've been doing hulling that are coming out together. So it's families, friends, and really sort of just, I think what kind of sets us apart as sort of a unique festival that it is such local community involvement. So definitely like the perfect way to kick off the festival.
Well, a couple of things. One, I loved seeing groups of kids hulling together and just them all seeing their friends. It was like a meeting place, hey, let's meet here. And then just having fun. I think there was a group, maybe it was a school group that had like matching t-shirts from a Lego club or something. That was so great to see, just all of it. And I know, Tracy, you mentioned Marissa, and Marissa was talking about typically Wednesday night used to be a slower night for the carnival, but apparently the cat is out of the bag. So many people came not just for the hulling, but then also for the carnival, correct?
Yeah, exactly. And we shifted our talent show this year to Wednesday night as well, which I think is also like another great opportunity for the community to come out, support all sorts of local talent from musicians to dance. We really had a great crowd come out. So I think that's been something that we've done. This is our third year, and that's just another way to kind of get folks engaged in the community.
Yeah, the talent show was great. It was really fun to watch all the kids come out and do our thing and be able to watch that. And you could see that there was quite a bit of the community sitting in front of the stage and focused on supporting the kids. It was great.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay, we jumped right into it, but can we just take a step back and can you just tell everybody what the Mattituck, the Lions Club Strawberry Festival is and what the money goes towards?
Sure. Bear with me here. I'm going to move this way a little bit.
Is that a margarita machine or a straw jacket machine I hear in the back?
I'm not sure what that is right there. So we are in our 69th year of the festival.
Wow. Can we just pause? Can we pause a second? 69th year of doing this? Wow.
69 years. And it's really, it's taken on such a different life, particularly in the last 15 or 20 years. I think originally, at one point, it was at Mattituck High School before we shifted to the fairgrounds here on Route 25. And really, in the last couple of years, particularly post-COVID, it's just blown up. And, we're getting folks, obviously our local community, but we have folks come from all over the island, Connecticut, Northern Jersey. It's really just a massive, massive event. And I think the biggest thing for us is it is all a fundraiser. So all of the proceeds are going back to local charitable organizations that we support. And really the money is put back into the community. This is our main fundraiser throughout the year. So we use it as an opportunity to kind of bring in those funds and then throughout the course of the year, distribute it to local groups, some groups on Long Island, like the Smithtown Guide Dog Foundation, and then also just supporting communities in need within the North Fork.
Tell us how somebody becomes involved with the Lions Club.
Sure. So we have our Lions members, so our Mattituck Lions members, who roughly 80 or so folks who are part of that club. And then I think the neat thing about the festival is we have a lot of volunteers. So folks who've been coming here, you'll see them in the red shirts this year. The Lions are in purple shirts, purple and gold. So that's how you can kind of tell the difference. But those are folks who are family and friends of Lions members who've been doing this. We have folks that have been volunteering since they were 10 years old and they're still coming back. And, it's really, again, just such this small town community feel that is just a great thing to be around.
Well, and I remember when we had you on last year, you were saying that everybody working was volunteering. And I was noticing when we were there on Wednesday, how many people are working each night. It's really a lot of people.
Yeah, it's funny. It's I know, Tracy, you're in the event business, and now I've been in as well. And I think a lot of folks will come in here and they'll see what this is, and it's like, wow, this is a massive operation, a massive undertaking. But in reality, we have our carnival provider, Right Hop for Shows, who's amazing. But it's really folks volunteering their time, Lions, all those volunteers, just kind of figuring it out and putting together this amazing event. So, but it really takes a village to put this on, especially over the course of those 5 days.
Yeah. Let's talk about the rides for a minute. I feel like every year you have more, better. Obviously some that popular that keep coming back.
Yeah.
This year I noticed, and I don't know if I missed it last year, there was a mechanical bull riding.
Yeah, I don't remember that last year.
I think that's a new one this year. So they'll cycle through different rides and bring ones back. So we'll get people reaching out and say, oh, like, when is this one coming back? So that one I noticed yesterday. I'm definitely partial to the Hulk ride.
Yeah.
Tracy wanted to get online for that. And
I really wanted to get online, but it was so long, and I had my 2-year-old with me, and I was like, I'm not going to put her through that to stand online and then not get to go on.
Although I think Tilly did point at that, or maybe one of the other scary ones, and she was like, we'll go on that, and I was like,
no, she wanted to go on
I forget what that's called. Yes.
Yes.
I'm more. I like rides that are kind of sink as close to the ground as possible. I don't anything that's like elevated. That's not for me. And then you also get distracted. I had my little guy yesterday. He wanted fried Oreos. The next thing I know.
Well, that's a tradition. That's a tradition for the NOFO Live crew.
It is. You can't leave without fried Oreos and a giant lemonade.
But I also one of the things I want to say about the food, obviously there's a lot of carnival food and a big selection. What I really love is there's a lot of local food trucks and local food vendors. I know Balo's was there last year, as was I forget the dessert truck. Tracy, what's the pink one? I remember her name, Megan, but I thought for Flower Shop.
Flower.
No, for
Flower Shop.
But this year
we have Megan.
I also saw Braun's truck was there. The Braun Seafood, the brand new seafood truck was there.
Meats was there. I saw
Meats, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great mix. NOFO Flower Shop's back at Balo's. It's a nice mix of, if you're into that funnel cake, fried Oreos, which again, I don't think anyone's not into that, but sort of that local flair as well with the trucks that we have. And it's folks that have been coming here year after year. So I love that it still has that community feel to it as well.
I also want to talk specifically about what you guys did special. I know it's already passed, but I do want to mention that for Thursday night.
Yes. I'm so glad you brought that up because I think it's funny. I was talking to Adam West, who's our festival chairman, and he's the one that spearheaded that event yesterday. And I was just talking to him how that is sort of it's at the core of like what we're trying to do here, right? So we are here to kind of serve the community, and I think that was just really representative of that. So essentially what we had done, an event called Memories for Morgan, working with Stony Brook Hospital, and we had folks come an hour and a half early, so families with children who've been dealing with illness, developmental challenges, they got a chance to come here at 3:30. We greeted them in our sea of purple and gold shirts, and really gave them an experience to kind of come in and have the festival entirely to themselves. And I think we actually had a girl who hadn't been, there was a ride that she'd been looking to go on, but every time she'd come here, the line had been so long, and she literally she got to go on this ride for the first time ever, and it was just, I think that's the kind of stuff where it's like, that's what we're here for. So we are huge fans of that event. It's definitely something we're going to continue to do year in and year out.
Well, bravo to you, because a carnival can definitely feel overwhelming, with so many people and crowds, which is, I think, one of the nice things that used to be about Wednesday night, because fewer people came. But as Tracy and I walked around on Wednesday night, it was packed,
The secret is out.
So it's really great that you guys carved out a special time for those who needed to be able to come and enjoy it at their pace. That's really awesome.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, it was definitely the highlight for me this year.
Well, let's talk about the fireworks, because I think that's a highlight for many.
Oh yeah, is that every night? When are the fireworks again?
So we had our first show last night, and then we have another show tonight and tomorrow night. So 10:30 tonight, 10:30 tomorrow. And the little secret is that each day they'll get a little bit bigger and better. So last night was awesome. Tonight's going to be even better, and tomorrow night's going to be epic. So, and if you've been to Disney, places like that, we compete with anyone out there in terms of.
Wow!
Oh, I might have to stay up. I might have to stay up past my bedtime. Okay, so for those who are looking to come, I know it started Wednesday, and then you had stuff on Thursday. So what remains of the festival, and when can people come? And Marissa had a question about the ticket counter or something. So if you can address all of that for people who want to come visit.
Sure. Yeah. So we open at 5 o'clock today. We'll have music on the main stage behind me over here. The Hulling tent will be open with all of our products. Carnival will obviously be open as well. And tonight we've got our fireworks at 10:30. Tomorrow is a full slate, so we've got music starting at 11 o'clock when we open. We'll also have the carnival, and then we also have a variety of our sort of core events. So at 4 o'clock, we have our strawberry shortcake contest, which is just crazy. So last year, I think 21 pounds was the winner, Jeff Esper.
Whoa.
So 20
oh my God. So it's a strawberry shortcake eating contest.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is going to be, I'm particularly excited because we got a belt, one of those like WWE belts. So
and that happens on the main stage?
Yes. So that'll be on the main stage.
At 4
everything will be on the main
o'clock on
stage.
Saturday.
What's that?
4 o'clock on Saturday.
4 o'clock Saturday, and then 5 o'clock we're gonna have crowning of our new strawberry. So that'll be the passing of the crown from our current queen, Ali Piscatelli.
I think last year I might have been there on the weekend because it was just so sweet to watch last year's Strawberry Queen just walk among the crowds and greet little girls and little kids, I should say. And so many of them were like in awe of looking up. And I can just imagine that she herself was probably one of those little kids that grew up coming to the carnival,
Yeah, and it's really, our finalists, it's a tremendous group of girls. I mean, they, the way they're voted on is we have an event where they come out and they're essentially asked questions on the spot and are responding to, and really just incredibly, well thought out responses and super tremendous folks. So we're excited to see who our new queen is, and then we'll have more music tomorrow night, fireworks tomorrow night. Again, that's going to be epic, so you don't want to miss that. And then Sunday, of course, is Father's Day. So fathers, if you come to admission and your child pays for admission, fathers get in free. And then the same thing with bride bracelets. So buy a bracelet for your child, father gets to ride free, which I think is a really
Oh,
cool
fun.
tradition. Yeah.
That is such a great idea.
That's
So
great.
can you talk a little bit about the bracelets and what is the best thing for people to do? Is it better to get the tickets? Is it better to get a bracelet? Just some insider tips.
Yeah, I mean, I always like to just come on down and get your bracelet here. We do have, and we have a link through social media where you can buy sort of a bracelet to allow you to come whatever day you choose. But for me, I'd rather just come on down, go through admission, and then get your bracelet and, you know, take a stroll down Food Truck Alley and see where the night takes you.
So I want to back up. You said in the tent where the hulling was, you'll have all of your products. Can you tell us what does that mean? Because when we were hulling, I was like, are they making pies out of this like in the next 24? Like what? This is crazy.
Well,
so tell us what there is.
It's funny. We had everything out, and then people started eating stuff, and then we were giving stuff away. So this is just some of the. So we've got obviously strawberries. These are strawberries local from Latham Farms, chocolate covered strawberries, cupcakes, as well as red and white cookies. We work with a bakery in Holtzville, Harvest Bakery. So they'll make the cupcakes, the cookies. We have strawberry cinnamon crumb cake, which is literally the best thing I ever tasted. I think I ate like 3 pieces this morning, which is probably not the healthiest breakfast, but
well, I mean, if you have to show up at 4:30,
yeah, I mean, I feel like crumb cake and coffee, that's breakfast right there. But for us, you know, the highlight of these desserts and what people come from all across the island for is strawberry shortcake and our chocolate covered strawberries, particularly the shortcake. That is, you know, we'll get people reaching out via social media. When is the shortcake being sold? Is there going to be shortcake left if I come at next time? So all that stuff will be in the big tent, and we've got our full crew ready to go. And yeah.
So Noreen, who owns Touch Goods in town, was there, and one of the traditions she has, and I know she posted on social media, so she's probably okay with sharing. She has 17 years worth of pictures of her daughter eating the strawberry shortcake. So every year she posts the whole sequence.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yes, she has pictures of her daughter every year. So I was joking with her. I said, wait, don't you need to rush what they sell out? She goes, nah, they keep making it. So it's like she knows that she'll be able to get to it. But I'm sure she took a picture or, you know, I can't wait to see that. But what a great tradition.
Yeah. And I think that's, I've probably said it 5 times now, but I love the tradition part of it.
Yeah.
Coming here from the time they're little kids to they're 30 years old and, you know, with their families of their own. So it's, that's really sort of just, I think one of the best parts of it.
Well, and when you and it truly is a celebration of strawberry, because when we came to Hulling, there is just pallets and pallets of strawberry boxes. And if nothing else, Tracy, I know that the ones we were hulling and being counted in buckets were being used for the strawberry daiquiri, like then and there, which was delicious. I didn't get to eat the cake because I can't eat the dairy, but that daiquiri was amazing.
Yeah, well,
it was.
We use those whole strawberries for the daiquiri. We'll make like a strawberry mash, which is then also used as sort of a topping for the shortcake before a very gentle helping of whipped cream goes on top.
So it sounds like what we hull and what we see is really just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah. There's so much more strawberry stuff.
The amount of strawberries that we go through is mind-blowing. It's so many that, you know, we do have some strawberries that are more kind of store-bought that we have to bring in because, frankly, our local farm, we can't source it enough. So we get as many as we can locally, and then we bring additional ones in. And it's definitely everything but strawberry picking. But, you know, we have as many strawberries and strawberry products as you can imagine.
Speaking of having enough, we experienced while we were hulling that people were stealing our things of strawberries because apparently we weren't hulling fast enough as they were hulling.
So once you're like, after you've been hulling for a couple of years, you're gonna be taking them from other people around you too.
Well, but it's so funny because they're taking to hull it. It's not like they're taking to eat it. So it's a start. But it becomes addicting. At some point, we were having so much fun doing it that even we were looking around when we went down. It's like, are there more strawberries? And I also want to say, I know this is going to sound silly, but the straws that you guys have finally figured out that were amazing. They worked beautifully. I'm sure there have been many versions that didn't work over the years, but it was really great.
Aw, we have the past strawberry queen on here.
Oh,
Oh, hi.
I think her last name is Sanino. I can see that. I don't know
Yeah.
her first name unless it's Ava. That's so awesome. Well, congratulations. That's quite an
Yes.
honor.
And thank you for watching. Yeah.
All right. I want to give you a moment to, I know you had so many sponsors. I think, is it Stony Brook Hospital the presenting sponsor?
Stony Brook Medicine is our new presenting sponsor this year. They've been phenomenal. They have a really big tent set up in front of the home tent, and we're working with them. A few other sponsors, so M&T Bank was our home night sponsor, and then Eli Construction is our shortcake eating contest sponsor with our friends at Major League Eating, which in of itself is mind-blowing that there's a whole league devoted to.
Yeah.
Who knew?
So yeah, we've got those folks, and then last but not least, fireworks is brought to you by Mattituck Environmental and Maggio Environmental, which have been partners for a while now. So they're the ones that are going to bring these epic shows that we have tonight and tomorrow night. And again, tomorrow night, come down, don't miss it. Even if you come right before it starts, it'll be worth it.
Dan, if somebody wants to either join the Lions Club or volunteer next year, how do they go about doing that?
Sure. So on our website, we have an access where folks can submit a volunteer form. And then in terms of joining the Lions Club, it's really sort of connecting with other Lions within the community. So we'll have Lions members that will sort of identify other folks that maybe are interested, and someone will say, hey, I see that you're in the Mattituck Lions Club. I'd love to kind of learn more about it. We give the opportunity for folks to come to our meetings, see what we're all about, volunteer with us at the festival, and sort of dip their toes a little bit in terms of what we do. And it's as simple as that. And it's really just for us, given that this festival is our sole fundraiser, we really kind of put the time and effort during these 5 days. So we'll have folks that are attending meetings, they're kind of doing the best they can do, but when it comes to this 5-day window, everyone is just blood, sweat, and tears, because we know this is what kind of drives that funding throughout the course of the year.
Yeah. And we really did experience on Wednesday night that it was a who's who. Like everywhere we turned, I was like, oh my God, hi, oh my God. I was so glad that I got out, because we know I don't get out often now with the toddler. And it was great. There's so many other kids there. Tilly got to go on rides. We saw so many people. It was really nice for me to be able to get out in the community and see familiar faces. And it really was.
To see Tilly, just to watch from a kid's perspective, the wonder in their eyes with the lights and the sights and the sounds, she was just in awe. Except all she wanted was the truck. She wanted to drive the truck and go in circles on the bumpy truck ride, whatever that
I know.
was. But it's so wonderful to watch the little kids just having a good time.
Yeah.
It's like creating all those core memories, stuff that they're going to remember for the rest of their life. So, and it is such a social event. It's an opportunity for the community to come together.
Tracy, did we want to jump into NOFO Live 5 with Dan?
Oh, are we doing it? You want to do the NOFO Live 5, Dan?
Why not? Let's do it.
All right.
My way.
Okay. All right. So if you were going to take Sunita and I out to lunch or dinner, where would you take us?
Wait, is it lunch or dinner or
whatever? Yeah, whichever. It could be strawberry shortcake for breakfast.
I'm a Barrow guy myself. I love Barrow. I take my boys there whenever I can. So it's a lunch or dinner, Barrow. That's my choice.
All right.
That sounds really good. Sunrise or sunset, given that you're up at 4:30. I don't know which one you would catch. Is there a secret spot that you enjoy, and which one do you usually catch, a sunrise or a sunset?
Yeah, I am Duck Pond, sunset. Definitely sunset over sunrise. Pond.
Where is Duck Pond?
So that is in Cutchogue. Selfishly, it's like right a mile from where I live, but it's got those, everywhere on the sound, it's got those huge boulders, and it's got one that's just massive. Perfect spot for kids to climb on, but the sound, you get awesome sunsets. So I'm a sunset.
That's one of my things I like about 67 Steps, because if you walk around there, they have huge boulders. Yeah. They're not everywhere, but also it's similar to that. Oh, that sounds awesome. Okay, brewery, vineyard, cocktail, mocktail, what might we see you enjoying?
A spicy So there's a cocktail at Bricks and Rye, spicy habanero mezcal something.
Ooh.
I don't know what it is, but I know I like it.
You had me at spicy. But I also understand I need to go. I haven't been there in ages, but I understand that Evan really makes the best drinks. It doesn't even matter what he makes, it's good.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Okay. Two on our list to do, Tracy. We need to make sure we have Bricks and Rye on, and we keep talking about Barrow. We really do need to reach out to them.
I know. Well, I know that the couple at Barrow is camera shy, so that one's going to be a tough get, but we'll keep working on it.
We'll just talk about them every week. Every guest mentions them, so I guess they're on every week.
Dan, what farm stands are we most likely to see you at?
Wait, what farmer stand? I'm a Oregon Road Organics. I'll be there, and then Sangley, can't go wrong. Sangley. I just got some.
Did Oregon always have a CSA? Recently, I've been seeing that they have a CSA.
Wait, say that one again.
Oregon Organics. I've been seeing recently that they have a CSA. Did they always have a CSA?
I think that's relatively new. They also have that little truck set up, so they'll sell there, but then they also have the seedlings as well. So, and it's selfishly like right by where I live, so I can just walk over.
That's always an added bonus. Yeah, I was noticing their CSA looked really, really good. Like it's what they had in the baskets with the radishes and whatever came up. I was like, I don't remember that they had a CSA, but it definitely drew me to it. And it's not very far from me, so I was like, I'm kind of interested. So good to hear your feedback. That
you wonder what I'm doing wrong with my vegetable garden. My stuff.
I say leave it to the experts. They know what they're doing. I'm happy to just support and enjoy.
I'm happy with my tiny little herb garden, and that's all I need to do. I'm so happy with my chives and my dill.
You know, something's wrong with my chives this year. I have little black dots all over my chives this year. I don't know what's going on. The only thing I'm keeping alive is my mint.
All right, well, I'll snip you some chives and bring them to you next time I see you.
And Stan, Dan, bring me strawberry shortcake.
Yes. Yeah. Dan, thank you for everything that you and the Lions Club are doing for the community. Our last question is always, why do you love being a part of the North Fork community?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I first time I came out here in 2006, I knew I wanted to eventually move out here. And it's just that it is that small town community. I love going to the post office and you see someone that you know, and you go to the hardware store. It's your local hardware store. I'm not going to Home Depot, and I go to Orlaski's and I see someone else I know, and Rich, who runs Orlaski's, in the line. So it's like this. It is this just small town community feel. I feel like everyone just supports each other, looks out for each other's kids. Really, you don't get that, I think, a lot of places. And for me, that's why I love the North Fork. Yeah.
Well said. Well, we're looking forward to experiencing more of everything that you guys have for this weekend. Can't wait to see the fireworks. And I wish you guys luck. I hope you have a good turnout.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys taking the time.
And a huge shout out to everybody that volunteers and helped you guys pull together.
Yes.
But like you said, Tracy, of all people, understands what it takes to pull an event together of this scale. Yeah. So bravo to you guys for doing it so beautifully.
Awesome.
Thank you, everybody. Again, enjoy the weekend. Go out to the festival, and happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Have a good
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Dan.
Bye.
Happy Father's Day, everyone.
Bye.